What is up, guys? KillSpreeGaming here, and today we're going to be looking at a 1v1 between BunkerBunny and Vanek. So it's going to be a PvP. So Vanek debatably switching races from Zerg to Protoss. So going to be a little interesting. And I'm sorry today I don't have a lot of enthusiasm because I just got back from my first day at work at KFC, and I fucking hate it. You know, nothing bad against the company. The people there are like super chill and really nice. It's just my job personally fucking sucks. So basically all day I'm just sitting around preparing chicken, and that means that I have to like take out its fucking intestines, kidneys, all that fun stuff. It's just it smells like shit back there. It's hot. I don't really get a break. It's just fucking hell. So anyways, yeah, hopefully my employer doesn't see that, but you know, might get a job at Tim Hortons. I don't fucking know. Anyways, enough about my griping. Oh, also my fucking back hurts. So anyways, enough about complaining. We're gonna be talking about Starcraft, the thing that I was talking about or thinking about the whole day while I was preparing chicken. So I don't know why I was thinking about this, but I'm really starting to love Starcraft. Honestly, like I'm really starting to love it. Like really getting better with the community. Really enjoy playing online. You know, before it took me a while to actually understand like why StarCraft is so fun, and now I'm starting to get it. You know, and I'm starting to get involved with the community and stuff. So I mean, it's really a positive for when I'm casting, because you know that's all things I need to do. And funny shit right here. The probe has almost taken out the full shield of the pylon. So if Curtis doesn't react fast, this pylon could actually end up going down. It's quite unlikely, but it's definitely possible. So he's gonna bring his probe over there and be like, "Yo, you're doing a lot of damage to that pylon. I'm gonna have to get rid of you." And I'm actually surprised at how much he ended up getting out. If he would have sent like another probe down, he would have been able to definitely take out that pylon. And it doesn't really matter at this point because the first zealot is coming out. As well, he is putting down. He already has a gas up, and will mostly likely go for the cyber core once he has enough minerals. And let's just take a look back at the base of BunkerBunny. He's going for his cyber core, so his is a little ahead of Vanek's. As well, he's getting his first zealot out, and as well has one gas. So BunkerBunny is a little ahead right now by one probe, just by a little bit, and as well putting up the cyber core a little earlier than Vanek did, as you can see with the production time. And BunkerBunny is actually doing a lot of harassment with that probe. Just kind of annoying Vanek overall, you know, taking two probes off mining, which actually does do a lot in the end, but I guess he did have one scouting and one away from his base, so he did have two off as well. And also, just how much damage he did to that pylon. Not really too much now that it's replenishing, but overall taking out a full shield and getting rid of that like first bar of HP, that's actually not bad. He could have done a lot more damage with it as well if Curtis wasn't careful. So, you know, definitely a lot of good stuff that BunkerBunny was doing, and as well putting out the first stalker and getting a warp gate. So don't be too surprised if we do see a 4-gate this game, because it is PvP. That is one of the most common Protoss strategies in general, but as well in PvP they also like to do the 4-gate. As well, don't be surprised if you see a second gas going down for BunkerBunny or Curtis, because they most likely will be going for Colossi if they do spot the 4-gate happening. Basically in PvP, first one to get a Colossus out in the 4-gate match, which, you know, we are. Ooh, Twilight Council, and we're also seeing a gateway down as well. So you may see like 3-gate Twilight, maybe a 4-gate Twilight, or just 2-gate opener into a 3-gate. And you do see the 4 gateways or the 3 gateways going down for BunkerBunny. So it is going to be a classic 4-gate, and you may actually put up a forge to get some upgrades just to counter whatever upgrades Vanek is getting. I'm guessing he's most likely going to get Blink, possibly Charge as well. And we see quite a bit of harassment, and BunkerBunny is going to have the edge right now. That zealot is going to get taken out, but as well, Curtis only having one stalker, very low HP, and he's got to keep that stalker alive, or at least wait till warp gate opens. And he actually has a few stalkers back in space, so he will be okay. But if he didn't have those stalkers, he would have been in a lot of trouble. So the 4 gateways are finished up, so his 4-gate is done. He's going to be ready to pump out some units. And he does have quite a few minerals to do it, and as well quite a bit of gas to actually do that pumping out of minerals, or sorry, pumping out of stalkers. So he's going to have the one zealot for basic tanking, and as well the stalkers in the back. Wow, I said stalker for tanking. I mean the zealot for tanking and the stalkers for the damage. and as well same thing that Vanek is doing, putting out that zealot for tanking, and then keeping the stalkers in the back for overall DPS. So there we go, the first zealot is going in, and the stalkers are focus firing it, so the first zealot goes down, and he's going to have to make another zealot as well to combat with the tanking. And Chris is in a little bad of a place right now because there are 2 pylons right at his base, and I don't think he's actually going for a 4-gate. Yes, he is. Okay, good. So he's got his 4-gate finally complete, and he also has his Twilight Council up. But because he put out that Twilight Council, that's a lot of minerals and a lot of gas that he could have been putting towards units. So he could be in a bit of a bad place right now, but he does have the ground advantage, just having the placement right here. Having high ground over your opponent is a huge advantage, because it's a lot of extra hits that you can get in from that height that your opponent is not going to be able to get in. And it looks like Curtis is going to be able to block off this attack, and that can be really bad for BunkerBunny as well, because if these 2 pylons go down, I do believe he will be supply stuck. So he's going to have to replenish that pylon, and oh my gosh, that's a lot of zealots coming out. So the stalkers are really going to have to divert their attention towards those zealots just to survive this attack, and he's going to also have to warp in more units as well. But it looks like he's saving up for another tower. Actually, he may be going for a robotics facility, possibly some immortal action to combat this this amount of stalkers. Or it may actually be a good idea right now to get Blink, so you can just blink back up the edge and out-micro those stalkers and zealots a lot easier, because the zealot and stalker count of Vanek is slowly depleting, as well the mineral count and gas of BunkerBunny. He can't keep pumping out stalkers at the rate that he is now, because he's only off 1 gas. So eventually he's just going to have to go all in zealots if he wants to keep up his attack and keep those pylons alive, which is going to be really hard for him to do, again, like I said, with 1 gas. I believe right now Vanek is on 2 gases, yes, so he's going to have a huge edge in gas, which means he's going to be able to pump out a lot of stalkers, and if he wants to, he can even go sentries, which wouldn't be a bad idea either. So my idea, or my thoughts right now, are really he's going to have to keep his units back and just defend those 2 pylons, because he does not want to lose those 2 pylons. And no switch in tech yet at the back of the base of BunkerBunny. Just still trying to maintain this this huge area that he has right now. And he's going in for the attack right now, trying to divert the attention of the stalkers with those zealots. And he realizes he has a lot less than Vanek does, and that first pylon will go down, so he will not be able to warp out any more units. So good job by Vanek. And as well, he's going to be able to make more units, and he also has Blink completed, so he's going to be able to micro his stalkers whenever they get down to low HP, and he's going to have a huge edge over BunkerBunny. So BunkerBunny should be pulling back right now. You know, it's not really he can't really win at this point of the game. He's just really wasting all those units. So as well, BunkerBunny just making more. There it is, GG. So notice that pretty much the game really wasn't going to go anywhere if he was pumping out zealots and stalkers. He really couldn't warp out any more stalkers just because of the low gas count, and as well couldn't really do too much with the zealots because Curtis ended up getting Blink, so he could just blink his units behind. I think it would have been a good idea to maybe halt on the unit production and maybe pull back for BunkerBunny and maybe expand. But overall, good game played out. Just a battle of the 4 gates, but that 4-gate Twilight Council worked out very well for Vanek, especially with that Blink, and I'm pretty sure he would have transitioned to charge anyways. So if he put out zealots, they would have destroyed BunkerBunny's zealots, and it would have worked out like that. So we're going to go into game 2 right now, and I will stop recording just for now, but I will get back to you when we are recording again. Take care.